Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. All right, Shalom, Mr. Brother Kalak from the city of Indianapolis camp. I want to start off by giving all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Hakadash. Double honors our apostles and elders of Great Millstone and teach you well. People and safe for the whole for pushing this truth week in, week out, sincerity, charity, and love. All right. I'm just gonna get into it, man. You know, we're starting to see that these guys, you know, have become mockers and scoffers. You know, these guys that were once in the fold. You know, once being in the fold, now you're not in the fold. You know, everything you learned is a lie. The doctrine is a lie. You know, and you're angry. Like the Satan has you at a point where now you're angry at where you're at in your spiritual walk. So now you're angry at everybody else, man. All right? And it's just, you know, first you came up with a few things, you said this, you said that, but now it's just getting to the point where it's not even funny anymore. You know? Now the Lord is making this thing like, you know, now you're at a pitiful stage. You know, you're hollering, you're upset, sweating, you know. Now you're at the point where you're in rage. You know, we're not in rage, man. Regardless if you here or from there, regardless if you rolling with us or not, we're gonna do the work regardless. Oh yeah, how about Shemel Shine? All right, but I'm just gonna get right into it. This is 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 13. It says, "But evil men and seducers shall wax worse and worse." All right, and that's what y'all doing, man. Y'all just waxing worse and worse. It's just like no better. You know, it's just becoming fucked up. Excuse my language. It says deceiving and being deceived. Right, y'all try to deceive people and being deceived. You know? All right? And how you try to deceive people, say there's no nuclear. Go over there with Nate and them, man. You don't believe in the nukes, man. You know? There's no chariots. You know, all this is a lie, all of it's propaganda. You know? At this point, you dudes are pretty much just paid off, bro. All right? It says, and being deceived, it says, but continue now in the things which you have learned and have been assured of, knowing of whom thou hast learned them. All right? And that's what we are. We are assured of these things we've learned, man. All right? We're not worried about what you dudes are saying, bro. We are assured in our mind and seared in our spirit that we believe in Yahweh Shemel Shah. We believe in the church. We believe the third biblical fast is going to destroy this place. All right? We believe in our elders and apostles and the breakdowns of prophecies, breakdowns of prophecies that they teach us. We believe in them, you know? Why are we going to take our time and try to believe in you, bro? All right? You don't know what the hell you talking about out there, man. You know? And nobody's asking you to jump back in the crap. You're in camps and stuff. You don't got to say fuck GMS. You know, nobody's asking you to jump back in the damn thing. You know? You keep that madness over there that you got going. Look at Matthew chapter 24 and verse 11. It says, and many false prophets shall rise. And many false prophets shall rise and shall deceive many. All right? And that's what y'all do too. Y'all trying to rise and deceive many. All right? It says, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. Right. So since sin gonna abound and the love of many gonna wax cold, man. And that's what y'all do, man. Y'all niggas ain't got no love for nothing, not even the scriptures. All right? Now it's like you're forcing yourself to be out there just so you don't have to hear the man of the Lord counsel you and condemn you. You know? So have something to say. All right, you really don't want to be out there, man. All right, you really bugged out. All right, then we go to the book of 2 Timothy, chapter 3 and verse 2. It says, for men shall be lovers of themselves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents. I'm going to stop there. And that's because you're disobedient to the elders and apostles, man. That's why it's fuck GMS coming out your mouth. That's why you always got something to say about brothers and GMS. That's why you always got something to say about the apostles. Because you disobedient to your spiritual parent, man. You know? It says, unthankful, unholy, without natural affection, truth breakers, false accusers. Yeah. It all right. Despisers despise dispersers of those things that are good. All right. And that's what you do, sis, man. Incontinent, Salakia. All right. All right. You guys are truth breakers. You do lies. All right. All these things are characteristics of what you got going on right now, man. All right. We're going to jump to 2 Peter 2:1. It says, but there were false prophets among the people, even if there should be false teachers among you, who privily shall bring in damnable heresies, even denying the Lord that brought them, that brought them, it's like, even the Lord that brought them and bring upon themselves swift destruction. And that's what you do as a doer, man. All right? You bringing these damnable heresies, this not true, this not true, you can do this, you can do that, you can do this, you can do that. Well, it's all freaking lies, man. All right? It says, but you bring upon yourself swift destruction. The Lord will start judging, man. And judging at an all-time high, you know? So all this stuff you think you're getting away with, all right, you how much of a shot for to deal with you, man. Straight up. You're gonna keep getting away with nothing. All right, this is the book of Deuteronomy. 18 and 20. It says, but the prophet which shall presume to speak a word in my name, which I have not commanded him to speak, or that shall speak in the name of other gods, even that prophet shall die. So the Lord can smoke you dudes, bro. I had teaching things that he did not ordain to be taught. You know, I had doing these, going off. You know, they say he can smoke you, man. You know, the Lord can take you up out of here. Look, how about Shmuel Shah is not someone that you should play with, man. All right? I'm gonna say this, man, even though, this might not happen, but I'm going to put it out there, man. And I'm going to close out. This is Revelation chapter 2 and verse 4. It says, nevertheless, he says, nevertheless, I have somewhat against thee, because thou hast left thy first love. That first love is the first love of the scriptures, the first love of the breakdown, the first love of the doctrines. You guys have left that. You have forgotten that. Hard Lord took his spirit off of you guys. You know. It says, remember therefore from which thou art fallen, and repent and do the first works, or else I will come unto thee quickly and remove thy candlestick out of his place. So the Lord will take his spirit off of you, man. And that's what's happened, man. Us men of the Lord on the outside looking in, we can see that the Lord has literally just took his spirit completely away from you cats, man. You know what I'm saying? You do some jacked up, man, through the spirit. All right, you try to find a way, to come back, to the Lord's spirit. Hey, with the Lord not letting you get it. All right? And that's why the scripture say, hey, many are called, but few are chosen. Because only a remnant is going to get it. It might be hundreds and hundreds of people it might be 100 people that say, oh, I'm in the truth. Hey, might follow the Lord just like we do. But hey, we are the hopeful elect, man. Hey, so Lord on the fly to the body. With that, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kakadash. The waters to our apostle elders, great millstone to teach you well. Peace, better safety. To hopefully pushing this true week in, week out, sincerity, charity, and love, and the spirit of Yahweh Shai on the four corners of the earth.